Hi, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to another wonderful session of Momentum 2022, which is being empowered by Upspring to African Foundation. My name is Oluwatosin Ilesomi, and I am the host for this final session. And I hope that we are going to have a very wonderful session today. Okay, as we all know, Momentum is a program that is being held by Upspring to African Foundation. And this is one of the programs that this foundation always holds every year. Now, what is Offspring to Africa Foundation? I'll just do a brief summary about who we are. Offspring is a is a non-profit organization established in year 2012, formerly known as Offspring Foundation. It was duly registered as a non-profit organization on the 31st December 2019. The sole aim of the NGO is to provide solution to Sustainable Development Goals 1, 2, 3, and 4. The the sole aim of the organization, that the NGO, is to provide solution to Sustainable Development Goal 1, 2, 3, and 4, which includes eradication of poverty in Africa, zero hunger, good health, and well-being. To achieve this objective, the NGO has 5 strategies, and one of the 5 strategies is this momentum. But we'll start with the first one, which is scholarship. The NGO always gives scholarship to students who do well academically but might be having challenges financially. The second strategy is the momentum. Momentum purpose is to give hope, to release hope to people. That is what this program, what it does is will bring renowned speakers to speak to everybody, to let us know that we still have hope in this life. That is, if we're going through a phase or any stage in life, we can still succeed irrespective of whatever circumstance we find ourselves. So what momentum does is just to release hope to people. Another strategy that the NGO use is the reach out. This always holds every 26th December every year, where the NGO will go to different locations to give out stuff to the people in that location. We give out free medicals, clothing, food, and so many other things. Another strategy is the Not Too Young to Dream. Now, the Not Too Young to Dream program is where the NGO goes to different schools, like secondary schools, to sensitize the students about how they can go about achieving their dreams. That is because nobody is too young to dream. Because I'm a certain age, or because I'm 2 years old, or I'm 10 years old, does not mean if I have those dreams in me, I can't accomplish it. So, what that program is all about is how to give hope to young ones that dreams that they have should not die. They shouldn't let it die because of whatever circumstances they are facing, but they should keep nurturing that dream. They should keep building that dream because nobody is too young to dream, and there is nobody too young to achieve anything in life. It's not until we get to a certain age in life that we can achieve something. You can be 15 years old and you can achieve something greater. You can be 13 years old and you can achieve something. So this is one strategy that the NGO use to achieve its goals by reaching out to young students who are still in secondary school and sensitizing them on the fact that they are not too young to dream. When they have a goal, when they have a dream, they should reach out for it because no one is too young to dream. And the last strategy is the life transforming project. This is where the NGO will go to locations where, let's say, you don't have waters, they'll go there and will build, let's say, a borehole, just to give people a life, just to make life easy for people in such locations. Also, the NGOs cannot do this on its own. So therefore, it's calling out for volunteers and sponsors everywhere. You can hear me. you can actually reach out to us just in case you want to sponsor us or you want to volunteer to be part of this program. It's welcome everybody wherever you may be. Thank you very much. Right now, we'll be showing a short video about what the NGO does in proper. Thank you and watch.
My name is Akioton Daniel. I'm a representative of Offspring Foundation to Africa. Basically, we have 5 key strategies in achieving our objectives, and one of the strategies is the one we are embarked upon presently. But I'll just summarize the strategies. One of it is transforming projects. Another one is momentum. We hold it once in a year. And we also have reach out campaign, which we have done just now. And we also have scholarship program that we do to students to encourage them and to empower them. And we also have school campaign to go to schools to encourage young ones not to give up on their dreams and to get that focus in achieving their dreams. And we stormed Oba Remo community, in which we have come to show them love and to extend gratitude. The little we have, the token we have, we come to the community just to extend that love to them, which is one of our strategies, reaching out to people, giving them hope and encouraging them not to give up in whatsoever they do. So thank you.
My name is Rhoda Mushola. Okay, I'm a registered nurse and I'm also a microbiologist. I'm the team lead for medical department of Africa Foundation. So today, what we did was awesome and it was great. We checked people's BP, we checked their weight, then we gave a medical advice and we did counseling for people that are in need of. Yeah, this is one of the things we've been doing in Offspring to Africa, and we really love it. And we are so happy that we could reach out to people that are less privileged and needy, people that actually need health, medical checkups, people that actually need advices concerning their health. And so it was really fulfilling, it was amazing, it was awesome to be able to reach out to this community. Thank you very much.
My name is Uke Rivalgene Messi, and today at Oba Aremu, we're here representing Offspring to Africa. I'm one of the volunteers for medical team and also the welfare team. In the medical team, we checked people's vitals, checked their BP, checked their weight. We gave counseling to those in need, and also those in pains, we prescribed drugs for them. And the welfare team, we shared food, raw food to the people in the community, trying to encourage them.
Okay, that was a short video just to tell us more about what Offspring to Africa Foundation stands for. Now, as we all know, this program has started since on Friday, where we had different sessions. On Friday, we had the evening session. On Saturday, we had the morning and the evening session. And today, being Sunday, there's a final session for this year's momentum, which is tagged Modulating Your Strengths. For as many viewers who are just joining us today, that's actually going to be a very big privilege for you because this final session is actually going to encompass all what has been done from Friday down to yesterday, which was Saturday evening. But before then, I would just like to go through what our guest speakers taught us right from Friday to this to yesterday. As at Friday, we had our wonderful guest speaker in the person of Temitope Opakunle. She told us, she did justice by giving us a good definition of what strength and weakness is, and also how to know the difference between our strength and weakness. As we can see live, this is the wonderful speaker, Ms. Temitope Opakunle, who did great justice to letting us know what our strength really is and what our weakness are. Then in the evening, on Saturday morning, we had another wonderful guest speaker in the person of Kende Saria J. Kende Saria J is the CEO of Bata Smart. He taught us about how to understand and identify our strengths, and also how to unlock possibility through personal abilities and experience. Then in the evening on Saturday, we had another wonderful guest speaker in the person of Adefila Toba. Adefila Toba, also known as Toba Talk, really dished out value yesterday evening. It did justice to the topic modulating strength. It told us about how to modulate our personal strength. Yes, it gave us different ways of how to maximize our strength by telling us that you can stay on your lane. You don't need to jump from one place to the other. Once you identify your strength, you don't need to jump from A to B. Just stay on that lane, focus on that lane, build it. Build that focus of yours, build that strength of yours. You can even monetize it when you build it. And each and every one of them all share their personal experience. Because truth be told, when you identify your strength, it's not just immediately you identify that strength that you are able to dish it out or understand it fully. There are still so many things that needs to be done before you can actually either want to monetize the strength or use it to impact. Because yes, it's not all strength that we're definitely going to monetize. There's some strength that we just use it for impact. It depends on what you want, the purpose you have for that strength. Is it that you want to monetize it or you want to impact it? But the speaker we have today, which is the final day, is Miss Oluwafunke Oluwatobiloba-Ojelabi. Before she comes up, I would like to read her biography. So, Olufunke Folorunsho is a young lady passionate about adding value in the lives and in the lives and spaces around her. An author, civil engagement advocate, dream coach, the host of an inspiring online show, Hope Series, a strategy platform where different personalities from diverse spheres share their practical life experience and challenges towards gearing and nurturing people's hope. She's a professional volunteer at other organizations she believes in. Olufuke believes in the power of positive contributions, no matter how little. She is the team lead of Offspring to Africa, an NGO organization committed to providing solutions two, to two sustainable development goals, and arrive as building and equipping African youth and teenagers to become something great for themselves and add value to society via scholarship, never too young to dream, reach out, momentum, and other innovations. She has over 9 years of experience in the community development sector, specifically focusing on initiating, designing, and implementing strategic activities and vision vehicles to impact life. She obtained BSc Mass Communication from Bowen University, higher national diploma and national diploma from Moshood Abiola Polytechnic with other professional certification. 25 under 25 award winner of active citizen and government engagement in 2020. She has been opportune to be interviewed on radio stations and televisions platform in Nigeria. Okay, sorry about the break. I'll continue with the biography now. Miss Olufunke Folorunsho, she she was mentioned among 20 most outstanding women in 2021 yearly Regional Leadership Center, West Africa, an ambassador for the Global Social Economy and Financial Evaluation Network. She is an eternal leader and ardent lover of book. Joining me on stage right now is the beautiful face of Miss Olufunke Oluwatobiloba-Ojelabi. Hi, Miss Olufunke. Can you hear me?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I
Oh, your
can hear
smiles
you.
are beautiful.
Thank you very much. Thank
Okay, so everyone, this is Olufunke Oluwatobiloba-Ojelabi. She is the founder of
you.
this
Yes, thank
wonderful NGO, All Speaks Africa Foundation. I'm sure everybody is happy to see her face. Like, who is this? Who is the person behind this wonderful NGO? Yeah, you have a face free of charge without even paying a dime. So, Ms. Olufunke, we are happy and glad to have you here on stage.
you.
Before I let you have the floor, I'd like to ask you a question based on your biography. Okay, so can you please tell us how it has been? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you?
All right, thank you. So can you please tell us how it has been managing the various programs you head and run with your personal life?
Wow, that's actually a very big question.
Hello? Hello, Miss Funke. Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. So, back to the question you asked. What I will say is that it's
All right.
been God. Is it has not been easy, definitely. I have to go to school, I have to run my personal stuff, the engine and everything. It's not been easy, but it's been good. And that is where when you have passion for something, when you really, when you believe something is what you are called for and you have passion for it, no matter how busy you are, no matter your schedule or anything, you always have time for it. So that is one thing is God, 100% God has been giving the grace so far. And also the fact that I have passion, I love what I do. So even when I'm tired at work, I work with a bank, and even when I'm tired, 100% tired, I will still get back, at home in the evening, do a lot of things on the NGO and other things I do. So it's just the passion I'm with.
All right. That's beautiful. So it has actually been God who has been the person behind all this. All glory to God. Okay, before we continue, to our audience who is listening to us, will notice that on the flyer, her name is Olufunke Folorusho. That was what was on the flyer. What happened was, as at that time, she wasn't married when we were planning the program. But last month she got married, so her name had to change from Olufunke Folorusho to the Olufunke
I can hear you,
Oluwatobiloba.
please.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Hello? Please, from the audience, if you can hear me, just type I can hear you in the comment section.
Hello.
Okay, hello, Olufunke, can you hear me now? All right, as I was saying earlier, as at the time the program was being planned, she wasn't married. Reason why on the flyer we have her name as Olufunke Florisho. But presently, at the last month, she got married, so her name changed from Olufunke Florisho to Olufunke Oluwatobiloba-Ojelabi. But before I let her have the floor, I would like to ask her another question. Olufunke, can you hear me, please? All right. Let's go on a commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to ask her the question I want to ask her. Thank you.
My name is Akioton Daniel. I'm a representative of Offspring Foundation to Africa. Basically, we have 5 key strategies in achieving our objectives, and one of the strategies is the one we are embarked upon presently. But I'll just summarize the strategies. One of it is transforming projects. Another one is momentum. We hold it once in a year. And we also have reach out campaign, which we have done just now. And we also have scholarship program that we do to students to encourage them and to empower them. And we also have school campaign to go to schools to encourage young ones not to give up on their dreams and to get that focus in achieving their dreams. And we stormed Oba Remo community, in which we have come to show them love and to extend our gratitude. The little we have, the token we have, we come to the community just to extend that love to them, which is one of our strategies, reaching out to people, giving them hope and encouraging them not to give up in whatsoever they do. So thank you.
My name is Rhoda Mushola. Okay, I'm a registered nurse and I'm also a microbiologist. I'm the team lead for medical department of Open to Africa Foundation. So today, what we did was awesome and it was great. We checked people's BP, we checked their weight, then we gave a medical advice and we did counseling for people that are in need of. Yeah, this is one of the things we've been doing in Offspring to Africa, and we really love it. And we are so happy that we could reach out to people that are less privileged and needy, people that actually need health, medical checkups, people that actually need advices concerning their health. And so it was really fulfilling, it was amazing, it was awesome to be able to reach out to this community. Thank you very much.
My name is Uke Rivalgene Messi, and today at Oba Aremu, we're here representing Hope Spring to Africa. I'm one of the volunteers for medical team and also the welfare team. In the medical team, we checked people's vitals, checked their BP, checked their weight. We gave counseling to those in need, and also those in pains, we prescribed drugs for them. And the welfare team, we shared food, raw food to the.
All right, welcome back. Miss Olufunke, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I'm here, please. I'm here.
All right. I have this question
Yes, I
for
can
you.
hear you perfectly.
Okay, thank you very much. I have this question for you. Can you just tell us what brought about Offspring to Africa Foundation? What pushed you? What was the drive behind Offspring to Africa Foundation? Thank you.
Wow, that's actually a big question that I wasn't expecting, actually. Okay, Offspring to Africa started when I was in school. That was when I was running my NG program at Machuda Bella Polytechnic, and that time I was in I think I was in ND2. Yes, I was in ND2. before then, I love to help people. I love to give hope to people, and I have my own personal story, which I wouldn't want to share here for now. You know. So I love people. I love to just, give more of myself to people. I love to help people. I love to do things for people. And Offspring was vetted because it was something I I thought I'm destined to do. Every one of us, we have a purpose. We have why we are here. So I felt it was destined. It was what I was destined to do. That was what I was being born from, to come here and just help people. And aside the fact that I have my own personal, stories and experience, I just want to help people. I just want to know people. And yes, I would have actually joined. Somebody would say, why don't you just join someone? Join probably an NGO. But yes, I volunteer for people. If there's any organizations, people that actually believe in what they do, I join and volunteer for them definitely. But it was an instruction that was heavy in my heart that I needed to do, and that was what brought it up. And as at that time, I remember I went for a program. I've been having this kind of a starting thing in my heart. I've been having it to launch out, but I was not just bold enough. I was not at that time. There was no resources, nothing. So I went for a program, SOF, School of Virtues, for as many people that know School of Virtues. School of Virtues is actually a wonderful place to be. So I went for one of their ladies program in 2011, and that was what just gave me the boldness to start Offspring to Africa.
Wow,
And
that
that was
was really
yeah.
that was really beautiful. Like from what you said, what I can bring out is it's actually related to this topic, modulating your strength. The nudge has been there for so long, and you didn't allow it die. You made sure you bet it out, like you brought it out of you, despite the financial challenges and everything. So this is just our audience. Don't let finance be an issue when you have something in you that you want to bet out. You just have to have the right people surrounding you. That's just it. Don't let that because I don't have money. How can I do this? How can I do that? If you listen to what she said, she didn't even have enough to actually bet out this big dream in her. But because the nudging was strong and the instruction was just weighing on her, she just had to bet it out. So whatever strength we have in us, no strength is too little, as a guest speaker told us in one of those sessions. No strength is little. So no matter how little that strength or that nudging in us might be, let's make sure that we give it our all and bet it out. Thank you so much for that wonderful talk. So now I would be handing over the stage to Olufunke Oluwatobiloba-Ojelabi. Let's get our pen and our book as we listen to her because I know she has a lot to dish out to us. You're welcome, Ma.
Thank you very much, Tosin Lesoni. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to Offspring to Africa. Yes, some of you say, why am I saying thank you? Yes, I should definitely say thank you for all the sacrifices and everything you guys have been doing. And at Offspring to Africa, we have so wonderful team. Like this team has been so wonderful. Try to put things together, for us to even achieve today's program and all the programs we've been having. Kudos, I want to say kudos to all the teams that we've been doing this together. And I pray that the Lord bless us in every areas of our life in the name of Jesus. You guys have been working tirelessly to help others. And it is my prayer that when we need help, may we receive that help in the name of Jesus. Wow, it's amazing to be here. Like I'm so excited. Like Tosin rightly said, I'm now Mrs. Olufunke Oluwatobiloba-Ojelabi. Sometimes I still kind of say my name is Olufunke Folorunsho, but I'm used to saying Olufunke Folorunsho. I'm Olufunke Oluwatobiloba-Ojelabi. Thank you so much for to all our sponsors, all our partners, everyone that has been more than 9 years and we are still here strong. So we want to say thank you to every of our sponsors, our partners, everyone, Digital Hope, everyone that has been helping us so far as an organization that has been supporting us in terms of finance, in terms of prayers, in terms of words of an advice, everything. We say thank you so, so much, and may the Lord bless you so much. Okay, let's go to the business of today. Wow. Okay. The theme for Momentum 2022 is modulating your strength and unlocking possibilities. Modulating your strength, and I want to use this opportunity to appreciate all our speakers that have been, speaking since Friday. You guys are wonderful. I was in live and I was available throughout the session, and in fact I'm so we are so blessed to have you. Thank you so much for all the good words, everything that you said, and I just want to hope that all our audience, they've been able to actually gain something. They've been working, not just penning down things, not just writing down things now, but they've been able to begin to act, because there's actually difference between talking and acting. When you talk, sometimes you talk and you don't have. In fact, most times we talk and we don't act. So I sincerely appreciate all our speakers that have spoken earlier. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And personally, I learned a lot. And so Friday, I've been working, on those areas I actually want to also motivate. Thank you so much. So let's go to the theme, the work of today, which is also I'll be talking about modulating your strengths is the general theme. Then I'll be going further, talking about the how to unlock your possibilities, how to unlock those potentials through your strength. So please, can I have the slide, please? Okay, so welcome again, and the theme, which is still the same thing, modulating your strength, unlocking possibilities through your ability and experience. And my name is still OLUFUNKE OLUWATOBILOBA-OJELABI, and this program is being powered by Hope Springs of Africa. Okay, so the highlights, let's move to the highlights. What we are going to be discussing today, we are going to be talking about, modulating your strength. What is the meaning of modulating? What is the meaning of strength? I'm sure we've put down something about modulating strength. We've talked about ways to harmonize your strength, how to channel, moderate your strength, then unlocking your possibilities. I will really dwell more on unlocking your possibilities, because that is actually the focus of my session. So that is what I will be dwelling on. Wow, just all the speakers, they've talked about modulating, how you can modulate your strength, the channels and everything. And one of the things they talked about is, you have to discover yourself. I remember one of the speakers talked about you have to discover yourself. You have to do a self-awareness. Yes, you have to do a self-awareness, and those are definitely the ways of how to discover yourself. So let's go to the first one. What does it mean to modulate? This is the ability to have a controlling influence on something. Like you can also say to balance, like to modulate something, to balance something, to channel. You can say to channel. Like you have. So when we are talking about modulate your strength, how do you use those? Your abilities, those abilities you have, how to control it, to make it, to get an influence, to have an influence. So that is what modulating is all about. It's all about, balancing something. It's all about challenge, harmonizing, how to just make sure that your strength doesn't later become a weakness, and how to make sure that, you know, your strength doesn't become something that people will see as your weakness or something that is bad. So that is what modulate. When we say modulate, it's just all about balancing, channeling that thing you have in the right direction. Then let's move. What is strength? Strength. Okay, I quickly want to ask us this question. Have you ever been criticized or ridiculed on something? Like people say something to you, like you see it as something you have. Like I call it strength shaming. Like strength shaming is a powerful response you receive due to your ability. Now, strength is something that you have, like a kind of a talent, a kind of a skills, something inborn. It could be inborn, it could be a trained something you learn. So now there's something we call strength shaming, and it is what is called, it is a powerful response that you receive due to your ability. That ability is that strength that you have. That ability is something you have that is in you, that is being embedded in you. It could be inborn, it could be something you learned, it could be something you learned. So it's when we talk about body shaming, those things you the response you get. So when you get a response about something, just know that that thing is a strength. Like people can say you too savvy, maybe probably I think that has actually happened most times in school, when we see somebody doing better, or probably we see somebody showing these skills of intelligence, the skills to know everything, the skills to be able to do things easily even when the others are struggling. When they have this kind of ability that makes them different from us, we tend to strength shame them. And when you see people saying a lot of things about you, a lot of what I mean, are you the only one? There's something that they are seeing. And the funny thing is, you might not even know that thing that they are seeing that is making them to feel like, are you the only one? So sometimes so many of us, we lost our voices just because of strength shaming, just because of people, they've seen the ability in us, even though we are yet to see. They've seen that strength in us. They've seen that thing we are able to do in us, and they are not able to do it. They've seen it in us. And I remember one of the speakers saying that, you have to, when he was talking, yesterday speaker was talking about collaborating, collaboration. And he was saying that you have to look for somebody who doesn't have something that you have. Then you collaborate with the person in order to achieve something great in life, in order to move faster in life. So that thing that people have seen in you, that wonderful gift that seems like a threat to people, and most times you are even yet to see, most times you are yet to discover it, most times you are yet to take note of it. Then people begin to give response to it. People begin to say, are you the only one? Mr. and Mrs. Tuno or something. So that's what we call strength shaming. So I'm asking you this question. Have you ever faced strength shaming? Like, have people ever said something that is related to your ability? So you need to begin to look at that direction. You need to begin to, to take note and say, okay, what is happening? What is making people to say, okay, this is it. I think there is something unique about that aspect of my life. So I said so many people have lost their voices to strength shaming, because even themselves, they have never discovered that strength in them. They have never discovered that thing that makes them unique, because our strength makes us unique. And that is where collaborations work in. Because when you don't have what I have, you want to go after me. When you think I'm good in this aspect, you want to get, and you don't have it, you want to get it, you want to, okay, let's do it together like this to achieve a better result. So this is a way to actually discover your strength. This is a way to discover your ability. Your strength is that thing that makes you unique, that makes you wonderful. It could be trained, it could be inborn, it could be trained or inborn. So when you begin to get a strength shaming, when people begin to do when you begin to get a strength shame, just know that you need to begin to take note at that particular area. What is making people to say I too sabi? What is making people to say Mr. and Mrs. too know? There is something unique. There is something special. So I am encouraging everyone that is listening to me that if you have been ever if you have ever faced strength shaming, that it is important you don't back down on pursuits to become great. Don't lose your voice. Don't allow a response that you get to make you lose your voice. You know, those response could be so shocking. Those response could be a threat. And it could even lead to something worse. It could lead to low self-esteem and other things. So do not lose your voice. So I have talked about modulating and I've talked about strength. Let's move to the next one, please. So what is modulating your strength? Now I've talked about I've talked about modulating, I've talked about strength, and I've talked about the fact that modulating is balancing, is channeling in the right way, you know, channel your strength in the right way. Channel something in the right way. Now it could be your strength, and that's why we are here today. Modulating your strength is the ability to channel your strength to your very best to make a difference around. So it is not just about you sabi too much. There is something there people see you don't see. So, and this is the point that you need to now say, okay, this is it. People are saying I too sabi. People are saying Mr. and Mrs. too much. People are saying a lot of things that is not okay. Now, it is the right time for me to sit there and say, where is this particular thing? Where is this particular thing leading to? As in, it's like the pointer. It's pointing to something, and it just wants you to discover something about you. And the self-awareness. So modulating your strength now is the ability to channel that strength to your very best to make a difference. Somebody has seen something you've not seen, and that's why the person is strength shaming you. That is why the person is saying a lot of things that is not actually okay, that could kill your morale, that could kill your voice, that could kill everything about you. So now it is now left to you to decide to make use of that opportunity and discover that thing that is making them that is making them to strength shaming you. So modulating your strength, the ability to channel your strength to your very best to make that difference around. And if you want to make a difference, you have to learn how to channel your strength in the right place so that it won't become your weakness. Talked about the fact that you have to modulate your strength. We talked about modulating your strength. So now, how do we harmonize your strength? Remember, I said modulating means harmonizing. It means channel. It means to balance.
My name is Akioton Daniel. I'm a representative of Offspring Foundation to Africa. Basically, we have 5 key strategies in achieving our objectives, and one of the strategies is the one we are embarked upon presently. But I'll just summarize the strategies. One of it is transforming projects. Another one is momentum. We hold it once in a year. And we also have reach out campaign, which we have done just now. And we also have scholarship program that we do to students to encourage them and to empower them. And we also have school campaign to go to schools to encourage young ones not to give up on their dreams and to get that focus in achieving their dreams. And we start.
Hello, OLUFUNKE, can you hear me? Hello.
My name is Akioton Daniel. I'm a representative of Offspring Foundation to Africa. Basically, we have 5 key strategies in achieving our objectives, and one of the strategies is the one we are embarked upon presently. But I'll just summarize the strategies. One of it is transforming projects. Another one is momentum. We hold it once in a year. And we also have reach out campaign, which we have done just now. And we also have scholarship program that we do to students to encourage them and to empower them. And we also have school campaign to go to schools to encourage young ones not to give up on their dreams and to get that focus in achieving their dreams. And we stormed Oba Remo community, in which we have come
Okay,
to show them
phone.
love and to extend gratitude. The little we have, the token we have, we come to the community just to extend that love to them, which is one of our strategies, reaching out to people, giving them hope and encouraging them not to give up in whatsoever they do. So thank you.
My name is Rhoda Mushola. Okay, I'm a registered nurse and I'm also a microbiologist. I'm the team lead for medical department of Offspring to Africa Foundation. So today, what we did was awesome and it was great. We checked people's BP, we checked their weight, then we gave a medical advice and we did counseling for people that are in need of. Yeah, this is one of the things we've been doing in Offspring to Africa, and we really love it. And we are so happy that we could reach out to people that are less privileged and needy, people that actually need health, medical checkups, people that actually need advices concerning their health. And so it was really fulfilling, it was amazing, it was awesome to be able to reach out to this community. Thank you very much.
My name is Uke Rivalgene Messi, and today at Obaremu, we're here representing Offspring to Africa. I'm one of the volunteers for medical team and also the welfare team. In the medical team, we checked people's vitals, checked their BP, checked their weight. We gave counseling to those in need, and also those in pains, we prescribe drugs for them.
Wow, okay, very, very, very sorry. I guess it's my network. Okay, so let's quickly move back to where we stopped. I've talked about um, modulating, then I've talked about strength, and I've talked about um, modulating your strength. Then I felt that let's not forget the definition of modulating, is also harmonizing, is also balancing. So we are going to be talking about harmonizing your strength. And I said you need to identify the following 3 interpersonal behaviors that can assist you to harmonize your strength. And the first one is passive, two, aggressive, and assertive. Passive, aggressive, assertive. So just follow me patiently. You will be able to identify where you actually belong, and this can help you to harmonize your strength, to know, okay, this is who I am. Interpersonal behaviors, the way you communicate, the way you react to people. Interpersonal, for most of us that did communication, I read mass communication when I was in school, so we talked about interpersonal communication, intrapersonal communication. Today, what I'm talking about is the interpersonal behaviors. So we're going to be talking about the passive people, the aggressive, and the assertive. So let's move to the next slide, please. Okay, the passive type of interpersonal behavior is characterized by inactive and indecision. People using this style tend to easy to get along with and pleasant, but unwilling to stand up for their rights for the fear of offending others. Now you'll be asking me, how does being passive have to do with my strengths? I mean, how to do with my strength and modulating my strength? Sometimes we do not actually get to know who we are, as in who we really are, when it comes to relating with people, relating with ourselves. And that's why sometimes you see people that are kind of quiet. You see people that they can easily interact with people. They easily interact. You see people that can interact with people. They know how to make friends, but they do not know how to keep those friends. We have people who knows how to make friends, but they do not know how to keep those friends, those networks. They do not know how to keep them. So this everything has to do with interpersonal behaviors, our interpersonal behaviors, the way we do things and react to things. So, and it has a lot to do with our strength. So if you know where you belong, you'll be able to take note, and it will help you to identify if probably you are the quiet type, and your being quiet can be a strength, and if to you it might be a weakness, like you're too quiet. If not to others, it might be a weakness. To some people, they might see you as, wow, I love the way you are quiet. It's good. It can actually be your strength. Like, the only thing you need to do is just work on it, harmonize it, channel it to the right place. And I've seen a lot of people say, talking to people, you talk too much, you are talkative. My dear, if you talk too much, there are ways you can channel it. In fact, you don't talk too much. You don't talk too much. There are ways you can channel it. There are things you can do. And in fact, that talking too much, people see. Remember strength shaming. That talking too much, people see. It will help you to bring food on the table. It will bring food on the table for you. That talking too much, people see. That strength shaming, talking too much, you talk too much. So it will bring food on the table for you. All what you need to do is just to identify your interpersonal behaviors yourself, then channel it to the right way. Let your strength be able to harmonize with your strength. I mean, with your interpersonal behaviors. Then it will give you a positive result. So I was talking about the passive people. The passive style of interpersonal behaviors is characterized by inactive and indecision. These people don't, they are indecisive. They don't decide in time. They don't decide in time. You can, talk with them and, okay, this is how we want to do it. This is the plan. This is the plan. This is what I have. This is my dream. You are telling a friend, this is your dream. And it's not as if this friend doesn't want you to, to be great, or this friend doesn't support your dreams. And that's why we have to be careful. Sometimes, when we become enemy with some people, it's not that they are enemy, it's just that, they are inborn behaviors. So even when it comes to their home personal thing, that is how they will handle it. Even when it comes to their home personal thing, their home pursuing purposes, when it comes to their the pursuit of dreams, their own personal goal, that is how they will react. That is how they will behave. So it's not as if they are the enemy. No, it's just their inborn thing. It's just interpersonal behaviors. It's just their own thing. So the passive style of interpersonal behavior is characterized by inactive indecision. People using this style tend to be easy. They are very easy. They get along and pleasant, but unwilling to stand for their right, for fear of offending others. And that's why you see, I don't want to offend people. Please, when it comes to achieving goals, when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to pursuing, when it comes to your strength, channeling your strength to the right place, please offend people. Offend people. Because one of the things I've come to realize is success doesn't have, success has a lot of mothers and fathers, but failure doesn't have. So when you begin to say you don't want to offend people, you don't want to offend people, you don't want to offend people, before you know it, you are done. And the same people you don't want to offend will be the people that will say, what is she doing? What is it doing? As in, where is she? We don't know. We don't know of her. We don't know of what she has become. We don't know where she is. So please, passive people, you can improve on it and make it your strength. You can build it. You can work on it. I know you don't decide easily. I know you are this type that you have to take time to do things. Yes, you can turn it to your strength. You can turn it to your strength. You are a meticulous person. Like you don't hack it, like you don't hack like that. But you have to know that you are here for a reason, you are here for a purpose. So you have to stop saying you don't want to offend people, because people doesn't care. That's the reality. When it comes to big see, one of the things I want every one of us to understand is every one of us, we have a bit of being selfish in us. This kind of a bit of being selfish, constraining ourselves first. We have it, we all have it in us. So we all have to know that as a passive person, you have to learn to stand up for what you want, for your right. You have to learn to stand up for your right and stop saying you don't want to offend people, you don't want to offend others. Those you don't want to offend will end up offending you. And in fact, they will end up strength shaming you, because they will see it as a weakness in you. Then the next one is aggressive. Okay, thank you. So the aggressive style is characterized by intrusiveness. People who use this style tend to go after what they want, but they are unconcerned about how this will affect others. Now, this have advantage and it also have its own disadvantage, because the fact that you know what you want, you go after it is good. But the fact that you are unconcerned about others is the negative side. And the fact that you are always suspicious of others and often on the lookout for infractions or violations of the rights of others. So because you are this type who go for what you want, doesn't mean that you should step on the right of others and doesn't consider others' feelings. So one of the things, as you are following, patiently, one of the things I want every one of us to note is the fact that everything, all this interpersonal behavior, they have their own advantage and they have their own disadvantage. But the thing is, we all have to learn how to harmonize it with our strength. Then to make it have influence, to work around it and allow it become our strength in influencing others in a positive way, not just violating their right. So the aggressive people, they know what they want and they go after it. But they are unconcerned about how this will affect others. So let's move to the last one, which is the assertive. Now, this is the best of all, the assertive. The assertive individuals are able to stand for their rights, but remain sensitive to the rights of others. Now, these people, they don't just stand for their right alone. Remember, the aggressive, they only want their own voice to be heard. They only want people to hear their voice. But about them is that they don't want others to be heard. They just want them. So, but the assertive are individuals who are able to stand for their rights, but remain sensitive to the rights of others. People who choose this style are usually relaxed and easygoing. They are honest about their feelings and they have increased self-esteem. And that's why I said this is the best. Any one of us can subscribe to. This is the best. Because when you have self-esteem, great self-esteem, increased self-esteem, you'll be able to, use your strength, channel your strength in the right way. When you have great self-esteem, you'll be able to channel yourself in the right way. So assertiveness is a very necessary quality. It is a process of knowing you have the right to be in your place in the world. A right to be whoever you want to be. The right to use your strength in the face of others. Let me go over that again. Assertiveness is a very necessary quality. It is a process of knowing you have a right to be in your place in the world. So now we've been talking about modulating your strength, modulating your strength, modulating your strength. You need this interpersonal behavior to be able to modulate your strength, to harmonize your strength in the right place, using it in a positive way to influence people, to be the best of your version. You need this assertiveness. It is a very good quality because it increases your self-esteem. And I said, if you have a very good self-esteem, you'll be able to do anything, no matter where you are, no matter, the environment you are, no matter people you work with, no matter whatever they say to you, whatever they say to you wouldn't get into you. It won't get into you. So assertiveness is a very necessary quality. It is a process of knowing you have a right to be in your place in the world. Wow. It's a right to occupy the space you are in. The space I have the right. Knowing the fact that I have the right to occupy it is very, very important. The space you are, knowing the fact that you have the right to occupy that space is very, very important because it helps you modulate your strength. It builds your strength. It gives you the wings to fly higher. So a right to occupy the space in you have and a right to be whoever you want to be. The right to use your strength in the face of others. So when people strength shaming you, when people strength shame you, you don't give a damn. You don't just talk. These people, they don't know what I'm made of. They are just seeing the physical. And sometimes people say, when they want to strength shame you, sometimes they talked about those ability because they've seen those ability that you are not even seeing. They are able to strength shame you. They are able to say a lot of things. Sometimes it could be your stature. They say a lot of things. And sometimes, when you are assertive person, you can say to yourself, I might be short, but I know my worth. I might be what they are saying I am, but I know who I am. So you don't allow anyone to shut your voice. You don't allow anyone to close you in. You don't allow anyone to bring you down, to bring you a kind of a low self-esteem into you. And that is what assertiveness is all about. So let's move to the right one quickly. To the next one quickly. Okay, so here we are going to be talking about how to channel modulate your strength. In fact, just a kind of a recap. We've talked about modulate strength. Then we've talked about how to modulate, how to harmonize your strengths using the intrapersonal behaviors, which is the passive, the assertive, and the aggressive. And we've talked about those that are actually passive, those that are actually aggressive, and those that are actually no assertive. And one of the things that I said is that being assertive is not the best thing because it helps you. It does not only help you, it builds others. You build others, and you have a lasting and positive influence you want to have in the society. So we're going to be talking about how to channel and modulate your strength. I have said this before that most of the speakers they talked about how to channel and modulate your strength. We've talked about that, so I don't just want to repeat and repeat because most of those things is actually the same thing. So all what you need to do is just go back to your what's it called, your book, and where you've written it down, just go over it and follow the steps step by step, the self awareness, the self discovery, and everything that they've said over the past 2 days. So let's quickly move to this video. It's like a summary of what they've been talking about and also what I've said. The video, please.
Hi everyone, kindly watch this video. It's a short summary.
Have you noticed that there are tasks which you accomplish with ease and brilliance, while you approach other tasks with less vehemence and passion? You will reach optimal productivity faster if you lean on what you already do very well. Here are 4 ways to find your strengths. Observe what makes you happy. Explore the world and listen to your inner voice. Which task makes you feel inspired and alive? Which topics do you talk about with fervor? What kind of projects you're willing to spend long hours working on?
Okay, while we wait
Answer
for
these
the video,
questions while you push
let me
yourself
quickly
into
say this that
Hi everyone, kindly watch this video. It's a short summary.
Have you noticed that there are tasks which you accomplish with ease and brilliance, while you approach other tasks with less vehemence and passion? You will reach optimal productivity faster if you lean on what you already do very well. Here are 4 ways to find your strengths. Observe what makes you happy. Explore the world and listen to your inner voice. Which task makes you feel inspired and alive? Which topics do you talk about with fervor? What kind of projects you're willing to spend long hours working on? Answer these questions while you push yourself into new experiences and out of your comfort zone. Notice what you do differently. Something might make you feel happy but not necessarily unique. You might love script writing but write an average plot or dialogue. You can definitely work on improving your skills, but there's already something you are good at and passionate about. At the same time, look first at what comes naturally. Choose your favorite qualities. Think now. What do you like most about yourself? What makes you proud? You don't have to look at your biggest achievements for that. Search among little everyday moments for your resilience, determination, bright outlook on life, discipline, fervor to learn, and other positive attributes. Read. Set a goal to read daily about personal development, even if one article. Find out what's happening in the world, how people are motivating themselves, the habits they are adopting to improve. While you read, look inside yourself to feel which strength points resonate with what you're reading. Not being able to clearly identify your strengths and weaknesses risks your productivity. Everybody's got something they uniquely perform at. Take a break now, find your assets and start investing in them. You will impress yourself by your success.
My name is Daniel. I'm a representative of Hope Spring Foundation to Africa. Basically, we have 5 key strategies in achieving our objectives, and one of the strategies is the one we are embarked upon presently. But I'll just summarize the strategies. One of it is transforming projects. Another one is momentum. We hold it once in a year. And we also have reach out campaign,
I
which
need
we
to
have
write that.
done just now. And we also have scholarship program that we do to students to encourage them and to empower them. And we also have school campaign to go to schools to encourage young ones not to give up on their dreams and to get that focus in achieving their dreams. And we stormed Oba Remo community, in which we have come to show them love and to extend gratitude. The little we have, the token we have, we come to the community just to extend that love to them, which is one of our strategies, reaching out to people, giving them hope and encouraging them not to give up in whatsoever they do. So thank you.
My name is Rhoda Mushola. Okay, I'm a registered nurse and I'm also a microbiologist. I'm the team lead for medical department of Open to Africa Foundation. So today, what
Emma
we did was
Mutumie
awesome and it was
choose to
great. We
start.
checked people's BP, we checked their weight, then we gave a medical advice and we did counseling for people that are in need of. Yeah, this is one of the things we've been doing in Offspring to Africa, and we really love it. And we are so happy that we could reach out to people that are less privileged and needy.
Hi everyone. Kindly watch this video. It's a short summary.
Have you noticed that there are tasks which you accomplish with ease and brilliance, while you approach other tasks with less vehemence and passion? You will reach optimal productivity faster if you lean on what you already do very well. Here are 4 ways to find your strengths. Observe what makes you happy. Explore the world and listen to your inner voice. Which task makes you feel inspired and alive? Which topics do you talk about with fervor? What kind of projects you're willing to spend long hours working on? Answer these questions while you push yourself into new experiences and out of your comfort zone. Notice what you do differently. Something might make you feel happy but not necessarily unique. You might love script writing but write an average plot or dialogue. You can definitely work on improving your skills, but there's already something you are good at and passionate about. At the same time, look first at what comes naturally. Choose your favorite qualities. Think now. What do you like most about yourself? What makes you proud? You don't have to look at your biggest achievements for that. Search among little everyday moments for your resilience, determination, bright outlook on life, discipline, fervor to learn, and other positive attributes. Read. Set a goal to read daily about personal development, even if one article. Find out what's happening in the world, how people are motivating themselves, the habits they are adopting to improve. While you read, look inside yourself to feel which strength points resonate with what you're reading. Not being able to clearly identify your strengths and weaknesses risks your productivity. Everybody's got something they uniquely perform at. Take a break now, find your assets and start investing in them. You will impress yourself by your success.
Hi everyone. Kindly watch this video.
Okay, so you're welcome back, and I hope the video actually has blessed everyone. Okay, so let's move quickly because of our time. Uh, the video, I hope you've learned something wonderful about the video. And when it comes to the video, it's just a summary of what we've talked about since, and it talked about the fact that you have to identify that things that makes you, happy, that things that make you great. It's your strength. It's your strength to be your strength. That things that you can. If you ask me that thing, I can do and do. Even if you do not pay me, like I can talk. I can talk. I can. I love to motivate, encourage people. I love to, help people. So I can talk, I can encourage, I can counsel. So just note that thing, note that thing, note that thing that makes you and quit your job. Most of us will just go with that. Why most of us will say, no, I just love my little salary, because I'm just being happy with what I do, and that is it. So as we move on, as we grow individually, as we grow, there are strengths that are inborn, and there are strengths that we will definitely develop in the course of this race. So let's move quickly to unlocking your possibilities. Unlocking your possibilities means those things you can do, the potentials. When you identify your strengths and you are able to channel your strength through the interpersonal behavior, you're able to channel your strengths very well. You've been able to identify yourself, how to unlock those possibilities, how to unlock those potentials that are embedded in your strengths. Your strength sometimes you could actually think is a weakness. If you are not careful, you think your strength is a weakness. But most times, those things are not a weakness. Those things are not a weakness. And that is why I remember during the course of the counseling for when I wanted to get married, because of the counseling, there are some people, who read books and we listened to, and we had a mentor and a lot of things like that. So I remember one of them saying that, talking about what I have and my husband doesn't have. It indirectly, directly or indirectly, we've collaborated together to become something better, to become great in life, and that is where that is how it is when it comes strength. So my own, what I do not have, I can see it in him. So that's where the strength comes in. That is where I say, okay, I like this guy because probably he's having this kind of strength, and because I'm not having it. And that is where the Mr. Toba that spoke yesterday, the speaker yesterday actually talked about that also, that collaborations and everything like that. So when you identify your strengths, when you channel yourself, then you can be able to identify who and who doesn't have what I have. Then you can be able to write out for sponsors or partner, or let us collaborate together to achieve something better. So unlocking your possibility, which is also means of unlocking your potentials. Number one, I said develop your self-confidence. My dear people in the house listening to me right now, wherever you are listening to me right now, whether it's in the morning or in the evening or in the afternoon or in the midnight, what I'm trying to emphasize on is the fact that developing your self-confidence is so germane to your strength, to making use of your strength, because people have seen it, and that is why sometimes you are being strength shaming. That's why they talked about it. Like, so when you listen to what they say, when you listen to their own negative talk, it could actually bring you down. It could actually make you have a kind of a low self-esteem, because that is all what you are listening to, because that is what you could actually believe about yourself. So how to unlock that your possibilities in you, that greatness in you, that potentials in you, how to unlock it and bring it out and make that your strength useful, not just making it not just turning it into a kind of a negative thing, is to develop your self-confidence. I am saying it again. Developing your self-confidence is very important, because people could say a lot of things to you. People could, for the past 10 years, we've been doing this at Upstream to Africa. We've been doing this, and I have practically heard a lot of things that people will say. I mean, people have said to me. People have said that I felt, well, this thing. Sometimes I felt this thing is not giving me money. Yes. When you get to a stage that you begin to feel this thing is not giving money, this thing is not giving money, and people are doing this, people are been doing like this, people are giving you this response, people are giving you this feedback, you should know you've gotten to that state that you felt like just letting it go, just giving up. Now I've gotten to that state that I've actually felt, let's just give this thing up. But because it's what you have passion for. It is where my strength is. And that's why strength is very important. That is why it is very important to stay in your lane. As the speaker yesterday said, stay in your lane. Because if it is not where your strength is, you will fumble, as in you will come down, you will go down, and people will laugh. People that are strength shaming you, they will laugh at you. They will say, why did you start? As in, why? You shouldn't have. So developing your self-confidence is very important, because when those things are coming, when those words are coming, those negative words, it's that thing that will stand as a wall, that will stand as a wall. And that is what will not make those things enter. Self-confidence. And how do you build your self-confidence? How do you build your self-confidence? The next slide, please. Number one that is here is, consider and evaluate your good qualities. See, don't even think about the bad things, the negative things people are saying about you. Just focus on the good quality. And that is how you can build that self-confidence. And it is when you have this self-confidence that you can unlock your possibilities, that you can unlock what you can do. Possibilities are things you can do, things that are still hidden, that you can do. Those potentials being stored, those things that you can do, that even the eyes have not seen. So self-confidence is very important. And that is why I have given these steps. The steps to a greater self-confidence is that you consider and evaluate your good qualities. Think about it. I am very intelligent. It's a good quality. I am smart. It's a good quality. Like, I can read from night to evening. It's a good quality. Those good quality, whatever it is, you can read from night to evening. You are smart, you are intelligent, you can talk. It's a good quality. Don't let people it is just left for you to channel it to the right place. To, if you can create a podcast, anything with it, and talk. And I've said it before that you're talking too much. People think you are talking too much. It can feed you, it can bring food to your table. So consider and evaluate those good qualities, whatever it is. It is not, see, the truth is, every one of us, we have something that is unique about us. We have something that is unique about us. So it is not everybody that is Mr. Perfect or Mrs. Perfect. So there's something unique about you that somebody doesn't have. And the person will be saying, I wish I have it. And you are thinking, oh, I don't like this. I don't like how I talk too much. And have you ever seen those people that are quiet? Sometimes it's not as if they are quiet. They talk inside themselves, just that they don't voice out. Like, it's not as if they are quiet, like they are quiet. They talk inside, but their disadvantage, I mean, what is the but about them is that they don't talk out, they don't voice out, but they talk inside. So all what they say is inside of them. They don't say it out. But you talk, and people say you talk too much. The beautiful things about you is that you are not the one that you are not the type that talk inside. You say it out. People hear it. So what is the advantage of talking when people cannot hear it? And communication is not perfect. It's not communication. It is not it's not communication if it's not well received, if it's not being heard. So you have good qualities. You have good qualities in you. So don't let anybody shut you up. Don't let anybody close your voice. Then the next one, which is number 2, is that get a mentor. See, this is very important too. because it builds your self-esteem. Like I remember there was someone I actually loved that to be my mentor, and the person I've been doing so wonderful where the person is good, she's into what I'm into. In fact, there was a time I had to chat. I said, sis, you are so good. And in fact, it's like we are twin, because what I do is what she does. Like I just see her doing things similar to what I do. And I chatted her, and that is why most of us sometimes we are getting it wrong. And I like the fact that one of the speakers talked about, life is not about competing. You don't compete and make it well. You don't compete and go far. You collaborate. So, and that's where getting a mentor is. Don't be shy. Don't say this person is little, this person is. Knowledge is not about age. It's not about stature. Somebody that is that you are older than can know anything, so many things you don't know. So when it's about knowledge, when it's about information, getting knowledge, as in it doesn't matter who it is. So getting a mentor is very important. And we all need someone who can guide us through life. And a mentor is someone who will be with us on the journey. A mentor doesn't stay with you your whole life. Eventually, we outgrow them. That is the essence of a mentor. That you want to be more than them. And as I was saying, I chatted the lady and I said, I'd love to be your mentor. And definitely, I would love to be your mentee. And definitely, I know I don't even want a free thing, because sometimes what we don't pay for, we don't value it. We tend to take it like we tend to feel it's just free. So I chatted, I said, sis, I would love to, and I want to know how much you will collect. How much? And she said, how much do I have? And I said, well, in fact, I don't want to say something small, because I felt saying something small might not even make her to want to mentor me very well. And it's not even for a kind of a very long time, just for 6 months, because I believe after the 6 months, I'm going to be better than the Funke you know now. So what I'm trying to say is that every one of us is very, very important to get a mentor. If you see the space you are here, okay, once you identify the space you are, this is the space. I want to be the talking type. I want to be a speaker, a renowned one. Okay, identify someone that can be your mentor. And sometimes we decide to make someone that is not even here. I mean, someone you don't have access to, a mentor. We'll get to that later. What I'm trying to say here is that get a mentor. So let's move to the next one, which is get a role model. And some of us will be asking, what is the difference between a role model and a mentor? A role model, you don't have to know the person. Like, you don't have to know the person. I have a lot of role models, like a lot of role models. So you don't have to know them, but you kind of like what they do. All what you need to do when it comes to a role model is to just know what they do, everything they do. In fact, you don't have to have access to them. Then you look at the way they build their stuff, their brands and everything. So let's go to the next one. My time is almost okay. Be gracious and receptive to compliment. So when people say, I love what you do, you are doing it well. Well done. Accept compliment from people you need it from. Refusing it doesn't make you humble. Like, in fact, I was this some years back. I was this. When people say, I love what you do, I say, it's God, thank you. Definitely it's God, but please don't, misquote me. What I'm trying to say is accept compliments. When they say, well, I love what you do, yes, it's God that is making us to progress. Definitely it's God that is making us to progress. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All thanks to God, everything. There's a way you will accept it. Don't say, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. You are doing something great, even if it's just like, do you know what it means to organize programs for thousands of people using your whole resources? You are doing something great. So when people compliment you, when people say, I love what you do, accept compliment and say thank you. Then look for a way to improve better, to go better. Because that compliment of yesterday, that is the end for it. So you should work better, do better to accept new compliments. Next one, please. So the next one is know that you have important things to say and say them. I hope we all still remember where we are, and that is the fact that, unlocking your possibilities, unlocking your potentials. And I said, how do you do that? You have to, how do you do that? And I said that you have to develop your self-confidence. And I said, how do you now develop your self-confidence? And that's what we've been listing. And number 5 is that you have to know you have important things to say and say them. Be assertive. Be assertive, please. And please, be assertive. Say it. Don't be the quiet type. The quiet people have said, Taylor, they talk. It's just that the only thing that makes us different is that me, I'm not quiet. I talk loud. Like, people hear what I can say, but them, they talk inside. They don't hear them. That's just the difference between both of us. They talk inside. Why me, I say my own very loud. And at the same time, I could be quiet. It's not every time you talk and talk and talk, definitely. And that's why I talk. Some people say, is this funke that does this? Like, some of them think I don't talk. Yes. When it's times for me to do that, I definitely do that. But what I'm trying to say is that be assertive. Say what is in your mind. Say it. Then the next thing is look after yourself. This means taking care of your whole health and appearance also matters. Your appearance matters. One of the things, before we got married, one of the things my husband told me is that, Funke, you're becoming key. You're becoming a big motivational speaker. It is time for you to begin to, this your appearance, begin to just do some stuff, begin to take note of your clothes, your dress, and everything. It's not as if I don't take note of it. I'm this type that, like, I don't care. Yes, some of us, we don't care about the shoe we wear, about our dress, about our hair, about the way we look, like we see us, we don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care what you say anyway. Like, that's all we say. That's the feedback. When we get a feedback, that's the response we give. Like, I don't care. But please, my dear people, care. When it comes to your appearance, care. Because my husband actually made me, discover that it is very important to care about your appearance. It is very important because as you grow, as you develop your strength, you need to begin to care. So when I begin to develop my own personal strength and I begin to dig deeper into my purpose, I begin to discover that I need to care about my hair. I need to care about the way my nose looks. I need to care about my mouth. I need to care about my dress. I need to care about everything. The food I take in, I need to care. And that's when I begin to, okay, let's begin to move from 1,000 naira cream, begin to, advance, begin to go higher when it comes to the cream, the pef and everything like that. Because we now begin to grow. I am now beginning to grow. So as we grow in strength, as we develop our strength, as we harmonize our strength as individuals, we need to begin to care about how we look. We need to begin to care about ourselves. Then the next one is be assertive. Make sure you are always standing. Stand up when someone puts you down. Please, always do that. Don't let anybody shut you down. Don't let anyone close you up. Be assertive always. When someone puts you down, it could be in the public. I'm not saying go and fight in the public. That is not what I mean. But I'm saying always stand up for yourself. Be assertive. And when we are saying being assertive, Assertion also means that you say no when you're supposed to say no. You say no. You identify that this place I am supposed to say no. I'm saying no. I am not going to say yes because of anybody, because because of what people will say. I am not going to say yes. Here I am supposed to say no. I am saying no. And it's also saying that make mistake. You can make mistakes. Then you look at the mistakes and be able to work on yourself. Is needed. Like it's needed. So it is very important to know that being assertive doesn't mean that you are perfect. No, you are not perfect. Nobody is perfect. It means that when I make mistake, I identify that I've made a mistake here. Then what happened? What do I need to correct? Then it also means that to consider your needs important. Express your feelings. It also means that you express your feelings appropriately. Don't express your feelings by fighting or by keeping malice. No, express your feeling appropriately. Then it also means take responsibility for your actions. Whatever actions you decide to take responsibility for them. Then respect yourself. I have heard people saying that respect is reciprocal. Respect yourself so that people can also respect you. What you don't want people to say about you, do not say it about people. So when you begin to build your strength, harmonize your strength, it unlock a lot of things about you that you will know. And there's so many things that I don't know about myself. And as I grow in this journey, in my space, I begin to discover a lot of things about myself. So the next thing, you are different, celebrate it. You are different, celebrate yourself, my dear. Never let anyone close your voice or strength, shame you because of your color, stature, or background. My dear, never let anyone, I say it again, never let anyone close your voice or strength, shame you because of your color, stature, or background. Don't let anyone say anything about you in a negative way that will now allow you to close your voice. You are different, so celebrate yourself. I am Olufunke. I am different from my husband. So I celebrate myself, the fact that I am different from him. He's the meticulous type that, he likes to arrange things, he wants his things to be in order. I am also a meticulous type, but not to that his own extreme extent. So what I'm trying to say is that I celebrate myself. So you have to celebrate yourself, celebrate who you are, celebrate that strength you have. Then the next thing is take action. My dear, enough of talking. You talk, no action. Take action. We've been talking since 2 days ago about modulating your strength, modulating your strength. Now it's time for you to take action. Don't just be the type that write, and nothing else to show for it. In the next 5 years, you'll still be writing. Take action. Enough of talking. Enough of talking without action. Take action. Act. Do something. Whatever it is that you need to do it. Then the next thing, which is number 2 of unlocking your possibility, is set your goals. See, this is very, very important. Set your goals. This is what you want to do. This is it. Set your goals. Your goals are those things you want to achieve. It could be long-time goal, short-time goal. I personally have long-time goal that I've achieved, in the sense that when I was in school, it was a long-time goal. When I was, during my handy days, it was a long-time goal. Now, 5-10 years later, 5 years later, I'm achieving them. So now they are not longer a goal. I've achieved them. So what I'm trying to say is, you might have a short-term goal, a long-term goal. So presently, I have a long-term goal and I have a short-term goal. So set your goals and go after it with your strength. Remember that you stay on your lane. It's very important because that is when your strength will be useful. That is when your strength will not turn to weakness. That is where your strength will be needed. That is where your strength will be celebrated. That is where your strength will be identified. That is where your strength will be needed. And that is where your strength will make influence, because that your strength is somebody's weakness. Because that your strength is what somebody needs. So when you are using your strength in the right place, somebody will identify it and be able to collaborate with you. So your strength is important in setting goals. Your strength is important. You set your goals and you use your strength to work after it rigorously without stopping. Set your goals. Who do you want to become in the next 2 years? Who do you want to become in the next 4 years? Who do you want to become in the next 5 years? And do not allow anything to come in between your goals. And before I quickly round up, before now, one of my goals is that I want to, before I get married, I want to have my BSc, because I actually did my OND and HND in Trinidad Polytechnic. And so I wanted to get married before I wanted to have my BSc before I get married. For some, it's not a crime if you're having your BSc before getting married. It's not a crime. In fact, it's not a crime at all. You can get married anytime you're allowed to get married. But what I'm trying to say is that's where goals comes in. So even when others, my sisters and everyone are getting married, it was not an issue to me. And that's where setting goals in. So whatever that should be an issue, whatever that people would think should be an issue wouldn't be an issue if you have a goal. So when people are doing things, when people are being celebrated, when people are being, you doing things and achieving their goals, you'll be happy with them. You don't feel jealous and feel hatred for them, because you actually have a goal you are pursuing. So for me, it was a goal when I said I actually want to have my BSc before I get married. And I had to pursue it. Like, it was like a 5-unit course. In fact, 10 units, if there's something like 10 units course, for me, it was that. For me, it was one of my goals that I wrote that even before I have my HND. When I was in the school, it was one of my goals. I just want to have my BSc before I get married. And glory to God, it was achievable, all thanks to God. Because the Bible says it is not of it that willeth or of it that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. So what I'm trying to say is that we set goals. If you don't have a goal, you can just do anything, anyhow. You can do anything, anyhow. And your goals must be specific. It must be measurable. It must be achievable. It must be realistic. And it must be timely. And that is what we call smart when it comes to setting goals. So your goals must be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So set goals that you can achieve. And in fact, there is no goal you cannot achieve. It's just that the time you put might not be the time you will achieve it. But there is no goal you cannot achieve. So quickly, oh my God, my time. Okay, let's quickly move to the conclusion. Okay, before we go to that final video that we love to show. Okay, let's go to the video, then I will conclude. Let's go to the video, please. Okay, so thank you very much. You're welcome back, and this is modulating your strength, and I hope you've really gained a lot. In conclusion, uh, one of the key instruments or tool that modulates strength is challenges. One of the key instruments or tool that modulates strength is challenges. In other words, practical experiences that is actually bigger than the current capacity is needed, sometimes to move you to the next phase of life. Let me take that one once again, please. One of the key instruments or tool that modulates strength is challenges. In other words, life practical experience that is actually bigger than the current capacity is needed sometimes to move you to the next phase of life. So sometimes you need the challenges that you are currently facing to bring you to the next level of your life. And in conclusion, I will just use David as an example. David was able to kill Goliath because there was a place of, there has been a place in the hidden. He has done a lot of things in the hidden. He has killed a lion in the hidden. I mean, in the secret. In the secret. Even though people didn't see, even though it was not known to people, he has done that. So Goliath, killing a Goliath was just the level he needed to move to another level in life. So sometimes the challenges we have is needed, that we are facing is needed to be able to move us to another level of your strength, of our strength, to be able to identify that other strength that we are capable of doing. Our strength is very, very important. Identifying our strength is very, very important. Knowing our strength is very, very important. And working to be the best of ourselves is very, very important. So in conclusion, I am encouraging everyone that has been on this 3 days program for the from Friday, that has been on this program, that your strength is very important. People might strength shame you. People might say a lot of things about you, but it is something you need to begin to look at, to see, and say, okay, I think there is something for me here. And always remember to stay on your lane, because that is where you can perform better. Imagine if I just decide, because tech people, they are making money, they are making cool money, and I decide to just go to tech. I will fumble, because that is not my thing. In fact, the truth is I can't even sit for long in a place. Like, I can't sit for long, but my husband can sit in a place. Like, he can do it, but I can't. But that is my strength. That is my strength. And the truth is, someone will be looking for that kind of strength. Like, they wish they can be active. They wish they can be going up. That is just me. So one of the things I want you to do tonight as we round up is that celebrate yourself, identify your strength, work so hard to make sure that your voice is not being shut. Thank you so much for the opportunity also to Africa. Thank you so much, Ms. Tosin. Thank you, everyone, for giving me this opportunity.
Wow, wow. I celebrate you, Ma. This was a
Thank you.
wonderful session. I really learned, personally, I learned a lot, and I am very sure that our audience out there too learned a lot, because this particular session, you brought the whole thing that we sent from Friday down to yesterday all together, and you just gave a good summary of it, and that's really beautiful. Thanks a lot for the knowledge. Thanks for the value. We really appreciate it. Offspring Africa appreciate it, and the audience to appreciate it. Okay, so for our audience listening to us out there, I believe we would
Thank
have
you.
one or two questions for our speaker today. Please, we can drop those questions in the comments section. We can start dropping our questions in the comment section. And before we move on to the next one, which is questions, I would be asking our host some questions. But before then, I would like us to go for a short break. While the video is
Okay.
going to be coming up,
Okay.
can you hear me? While the video will be coming up, I would like our audience listening to us in everywhere you may be, just please drop your questions in the comment box. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. Um, Please, once again, for our audience listening to us out there, if you have questions, can you let us drop our questions in the comment section? Mrs. Olufunke Oluwatobiloba-OJELABI, can you hear me, please? Okay, while we await our speaker for today, I would just like to give a brief summary of all what she has said today so that for most viewers that join in late, I just want to go through all what she has said. Now, the theme for this year's momentum is modulating your strength, unlocking possibility through your ability and experience. She did very good justice by giving us definition of what modulate is and what strength is. Now, she said, modulate is the ability to have a controlling influence on something. That is when you are able to control something, when you're able to control what you have. That is what we mean by modulate. She went ahead to give definition of strength. That strength is that thing that you have in you. And she also made mention of strength shaming. Now, strength shaming, she gave a definition of strength shaming as a powerful response you receive due to your ability. That is, let's say you are doing something. She gave an example of you're someone that talks too much. You always talk, talk, talk. And people will be like, what's happening? God, are you the only one? Today you are talking, tomorrow you are talking. Those response you receive are what we call strength shaming, and you shouldn't allow that to get to you. Rather than allow it to get to you, let that be something that will fuel your strength to channel your strength into a positive dimension. Shouldn't allow strength shaming to weigh you down or to bring you down. She also went ahead to let us know how we can harmonize our strength. But she gave us the three types of um, strength. Where we have the passive, the aggressive, and the assertive. There she made us to understand that the assertive is actually the best because that is where you make a decision and you remain firm on it. For the passive people, there are people that are indecisive. They can't take actions on their own, they can't take decisions on their own. For the aggressive one, they are people that they talk, but they are not concerned about what their whatever they say or whatever they do. They're not concerned about the effect it will have on other people, and that is not actually something that is very good. You can you can talk, you can um, channel your strength in ways that it won't offend people, it won't cause an issue with someone. Then the last one was the assertive. That one is actually the best of everything because when you're assertive, you remain sensitive to what you are saying. Like when you say something, you stand on it. When you have a plan, when you have a dream, you go for it. Then she actually showed us a short video of how to channel or modulate our strength. Now, in that short video, there are 5 ways of how to channel or modulate our strength. The first one is you observe what you do. The second one is you notice what you do differently. I think one speaker, as was it yesterday, also talked about this. You might have different talent, like you might have different things that you do. You might be writer, you might be um someone that organize, or you might have different talent, but that particular thing that you know you do differently from what other people do, make sure you notice it. Then thirdly, choose your favorite qualities. Of the fact, as individuals, we have different qualities embedded in us, but we should always choose that favorite one. I might be a dancer, I can be a writer, I can be a singer, I can even be um, someone that knows how to um, organize a place very well. But in all this quality, there will be one that I'll be very, very good at. There will be one that would give me happiness and will make me proud. As the speaker said yesterday, it's not everything that makes you happy that actually makes you proud, but definitely anything that makes you proud makes you happy. So you have to do what? Choose that your favorite quality. Then you have to what? Read. Read. Keep reading. There is no how do I put it? There is no height to reading. We keep reading and we keep learning every day. So at every stage in our life, at every point in our life, we have to what, keep reading. And lastly, she gave us some steps on how to unlock our possibilities. One, we have to develop our self-confidence. Self-confidence is something we have to build, we have to develop it. Then we should also what, consider or evaluate our good qualities. We should get a mentor. Now she gave us the difference between a mentor and a role model. She said a role model might not be someone you actually talk to. You might just have this person as your role model and not even talk to the person. But as a mentor, your mentor is someone that you can talk to, someone that you can go to for advice or different things. Then she said what, we should be gracious and receptive to compliment. That is when someone compliments you on what you are doing, like, ah, wow, this thing you did very well. Be gracious and you would accept it. Don't say, maybe say you say all thanks to God, but yes, still accept that compliment that the person is giving to you, and also what, look after yourself. Yes, take good care of yourself. Take good, see, our mental state of mind is very important in life. We have to always take good care of ourselves. Then we should be assertive. And what, we should always celebrate ourselves. Tell yourself, I am different. I am the best in what I do. I can do this better than anybody. So even when people are not celebrating you out there, always celebrate yourself. Like always speak affirmative, positive, affirmative words to yourself. You can just wake up every day and say, I am the best in what I do. Just always celebrate yourself. And also, she said we should was take action, not just having all this talent in us, not just having always having all this dream in us, and we won't be able to do anything to it. We should always take action. Planning without action is nothing. When you have this goal, you have this dream, and you're not even taking action towards achieving it, is as good as it just being dead. So when you have that talent, when you have that goal in you, should when that potential in you, you should always what, take action And lastly, set goals for yourself. Always set goals for yourself. When you set goals for yourself, that would even motivate you because you're you know that I have those goals set for myself. So you don't always work towards achieving that goal. So Olufunke Oluwatobiloba-Ojelabi, we sincerely appreciate and we thank you for all this that you have actually given
Thank
onto
you
us
very
today.
much. Thank you
Now,
very
I have
much.
two questions for you. Okay, let let's say you talked about strength shaming. Now, in a scenario where I am a student of a secondary school, I have those strength in me. Like say I like writing, and every time the teacher will call up to me to because the teacher actually sees this thing in me. So the teacher will always call up to me to write a lot, just to write up for the schools and everything. So along the line, there are these bullies in this school that they gang up on me and they always beat me. That now gets me like they'll say, are you the only one that know how to do this? Every time, you. In such a scenario, that's already a strength shame. They're already beating me, gagging up against me, even sending threats to me in different angles. And I am a secondary school student, like I am 13 years old. In such a scenario, how can I
And your
overcome?
what, please?
I am a secondary school student.
Okay.
Can you, I am a secondary school
Yes,
student
please.
of 13 years old.
Okay.
I have the strength I have is always writing. A
Okay.
teacher actually found this strength in me. She noticed it in me and she would always give me topics to write on. Then there are this
Topics
set
to
of
write on. Okay.
yes, like she might just give me topics to write on. Now there are this set of students, secondary school mostly they will be bullies. In fact, in every stage of life, they're always bullies. So they would, because of the fact that the teacher has picked me out, they would always bully me. They would even gang up against me on my way home. They will send threats. They won't let me rest. And that is already getting to me. I feel like, I won't just stop this, like for my own peace of mind. Won't I just stop this? Because I feel I'm still too young to be going through all this stress, all these traumas. My fellow mates are telling me that, are you the only one? Don't you think we can do this? Don't you think we can do that? And truth be told, at my age, I'm not supposed to be going through all this. How can I overcome such a situation?
Okay, thank you very much for your question. And it's actually a wonderful and beautiful question. Okay. We are actually talking about strength shaming. So the only way to overcome is just not to listen to them. Just not to listen to them. And for that little girl, she's in a situation whereby she cannot uh, leave the school. She cannot do anything. That she cannot do anything. She cannot decide yet. She's just growing up. She's a little girl. She's in secondary school. The only thing is for us to just keep enduring it and probably talk to a teacher or something. And the only thing is, and that's where the teachers who should um, balance it up. The teacher should also balance it up. Sometimes people around us help us create enemy. Sometimes people around us help us create enemy. So in such a situation, the teacher needs to balance because the truth is the girl cannot stop. The girl, I will not say the girl should stop because the girl begins to learn and she begins to grow. As she grows, her strength, she builds her strength more in writing. And before she knows, she might become one of the greatest writer. So she does not need to stop, but it's the teacher that needs to balance things up. There are other students there. You it's just like some of our parents so that has what's it called? The beloved child or something. When a parent chooses a favorite, there's always a reason for that. Because there's a strength in somebody that they like that they seems harmonizing with their home. So the only thing for the parent to do it will be to just balance and not make it obvious. So as for the teacher, the thing the teacher should do is to balance it up. In fact, the other student that you think they are not good, you will discover they might even be good. So it's to balance things up and to not make anything obvious. When it comes to things like that, you should not even create enemy for the girl, because as they grow up and as they do things, jealousy and hatred can begin to happen, to come in, and anything can happen. Anything can happen. So it's the teacher or whosoever that is involved that is taking care of the person that will actually make sure that the person balances it up in order not to create enemy for that person.
All right. Thanks a lot for that answer, Ma. So for anybody out there listening to us, and you are a student or you have a child going through this kind of situation, our advice is just that don't let that child give up on that dream. Let that child keep pursuing such a dream. My second question to you, Ma, is this: when you were given steps to unlocking possibilities, you made mention of take action. Now,
Okay.
I have a plan. I have this. I've actually understand my strengths. I've actually understand that this is what I'm good at. But there is this fear of leaving my comfort zone. There is this fear of, if I start this, how would I go about it? What will people say? Like
Okay.
the fear of unknown, of what is outside my
Yeah,
comfort
I
zone,
understand.
is still gripping. For such a person, what would you advise such a person? Like, how can such a person take such a broad step and leave the comfort zone and just kickstart the action?
Okay, I understand perfectly well the fear of the unknown and the fact that what will people say? Like I have said it, and I will say it all over and over again. See, when it comes to achieving your goals, when it comes to going for what you want, don't mind what people will say. Because the truth is, those people that you are minding, they will later mind you later. Those people that you are minding, they will later come back to mind you. And they are the same people, set of people that will say, what are you doing now? As in, where are you? Nibo lo wa? As in, which level are you? So I have come to realize that when it comes to pursuing your purpose, achieving your goals, taking action, never mind what people will say. Never mind what people will say. In fact, to be sincere with you, there was a particular time someone said to me, when it comes to offspring, now every December we go out to cater for people. Sometimes we go to prison to give food to people. Sometimes, we help people, we give scholarship to people and like that, like that. There was a time somebody said to me that my family member said to me and said, it's people that knows you, that knows people that really knows you, that know something about you, that will always come and kind of strength shaming you. So somebody was like, you that you don't have money, you that you're supposed to even be helping your family, others, you are helping people. You get what I'm saying? That even me, my
Yeah.
family self, we are not full. That even my family, we are not full. Like I'm trying to feed people. See, that thing wanted to enter me, but because of the kind of person I am, like I'm a fighter. So it helps me a lot because of the kind of spirit I am. So what I'm trying to say is that that same person that said that years later said something good and say, okay, you are doing well. Now imagine people. That is how people are. That is how they are. So, my dear, if you are anywhere, you are listening right now, whatever actions you want to take, that is positive, that is towards building yourself, that is towards building your strength, harmonizing your strength, and becoming better with yourself, and becoming great, becoming that person God really wants you to be, achieving purpose, achieving your goals, my dear, do it and don't mind for what people say, because people will always talk. People will always talk. Oh. So imagine the examples I gave. People will always talk. And when the person has said positive things again, I just smiled and I said, imagine if I had given up. And that was like 2, 3 years after. And I said, if I had given up, it's the same person that will say she started something that she cannot finish. Like, can you imagine? The same people will say you started and you cannot finish it. Why did you? Why? So they will not know that they've killed it. They will not know they were the one that killed it due to what they were saying. So that's why you don't have to mind people when it comes to achieving dreams. Because those people that say a lot of things, they will still come back to celebrate you. They will still come back to say, well done, kudos to you. So the only thing, see, close your ears, close your eyes, focus on what you want to achieve. And like what I always say, spring is that, like, the bed is so wide for every one of us to fly. Like, it's a kind of is one of us. So if somebody spring, one of the teams says, I want to have something when it comes to NGO today, I will celebrate the person. I will pursue it with the person, with my own mind, because it is my joy and my goal that every one of us will do something. The fact is, I cannot reach everybody. That is it. I cannot reach everybody. So why should I mind if somebody that has been putting everything, that is making sure Spring is moving since this years, for the past 10 years, and now come and say, I want to. The truth is, the person will still be with us, and we will do that person's own together. That is how life is. That is how life is. So don't mind what anybody wants to say. Anybody. Like, I'm just using that Offspring thing as an example, because that's the worst. That's the thing that could happen. When people, when you are into something, when you are volunteering for people and you want to be on your own, or you want to do something that is related to that, sometimes it kills people that are into that thing. The volunteers, people that are doing that thing together with you, sometimes it kills them. Sometimes it doesn't help them to use their strength well, because they always feel like, and sometimes they're already getting the nudge that go, start. And but for the fact that probably the closeness with people, the closeness with people, and sometimes it's related. This is so sometimes you feel like, you don't want to start, you don't want to offend this person. Please, offend. Because if you are getting the nudge, if you are getting the kind of a go ahead, the promptness to start, it's always good to start. It's always good. This is when you are old that you begin to run around and start. It is always good to start. So it is always good to take action when action is needed to take it. So that is my say about that. Do not mind people. Do not mind what people will say. People will always talk. Definitely let them talk. Go for whatever is your dream. Go for whatever you want to go for. Go for whatever it is. Don't mind the closeness with anybody. Don't mind what people will say. Don't mind what family will say. Don't mind, they might say you not feed your home and you want to feed people. Don't mind anybody. Just keep doing it. A time is coming that those people that are saying these things, they'll come back to say, well done. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you very, very much, OLUFUNKE OLUWATOBILOBA-OJELABI. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate, and for that response, that was beautiful. So just for our audience listening to us out there, just in case you are afraid of leaving your comfort zone just because of what people may say or what people may do, please pay deaf ears to them. Because truth be told, when the rewards start coming, they will simply be the same people to come back and celebrate you. So please and please, do not be afraid to leave your comfort zone, in as much as you are leaving it for is something good. So wow, it has actually been a wonderful session from Friday evening down to Sunday evening. And I believe for our viewers out there, for every session, we've actually learned one or two things. So, Miss Olufuke, before you go, I would like you to call out your Facebook account, your Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn for our audience out there, just so that they can check you out and actually follow you. And also know that you have a program, Hope Series, which you do every week or so, I guess. So you can actually call that out too for us. Thank you, ma. Can you hear me, ma? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
No, please. What did you say?
Okay. So I said you should please help us with your Facebook account, your Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and every account, like every account you have on social media for our viewers out there, and also the account for the Hope series too. Can
Oh,
you hear me?
okay. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. So, off series with Olufunke, it's the angle is on Facebook, the Facebook group, off series with Olufunke, and on Instagram, off series with Olufunke. Off series with Olufunke is actually a show where I tend to encourage people not to give up on their dreams. Kind of an interview show. I bring people to come and talk about their life experiences, what they've passed through, and just to encourage you not to give up on your dream and to become the best of your passion. Then no Spring to Africa, we have our handle too. It's on Instagram, it's on Twitter, it's on LinkedIn, Offspring to Africa, Offspring to Africa, Facebook, Offspring to Africa, Offspring to Africa. And my name is on Facebook, my name is still Olufunke Follow, so I'm not changing it to Facebook. For now, I just want to select it that way. On the Instagram, my name is still Olufunke Follow Show on Instagram. Most of these things I've done is on my name, so it's not easy changing. Uh, that's everything and everything. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mrs. Olufunke. We really appreciate your presence here today. And for all our
Thank you,
audience
Ma.
out there, we would like to say a big thank you for following us right from Friday to this moment, for always being there for us, like not even minding the sessions. You see, always anytime it's time, once it's time like this, you come online and you listen to us. And for if we have viewers that are just listening to us for the first time, you can actually look out for the videos of other sessions on YouTube. They are available on YouTube. You can actually look out for Moments 2022. You would see the videos there. All right, now we have come. Okay, before we come to an end of today, Mrs. Olufunke Oluwatobiloba-Ajelabi, do you have any, like, what's your final word for the viewers out there? What's your advice for us? What's your comment for us? Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, I can hear you, please.
Okay, please, we want you to just give our viewers out there a word of advice, like your final word for us.
Okay. Well, what I would say is don't give up on your dreams. You can do whatever you want to do. No matter how big it is, you can do whatever you want to do. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's nice having you here. To have a lovely night rest.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you very
All right,
much.
wow. Bye. Okay, thank you once again for all our viewers out there. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to us. Once again, we are Upspring to Africa Foundation, an NGO, and we are into restoring hope to people. You can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook. Our name on Instagram and Facebook is Offspring to Africa. Then on Twitter, our name is Offspring to Africa for Twitter. Thank you and God bless you. It's nice having you here. Good day, good night, bye.
So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have